Actually, yeah, there we go. Okay. 3th, 2th, 1th. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 493, recorded on November 2nd, 2016. I almost said 2017. I'm kidding. Almost. It almost is. I'm Brian Kilby. With me this week, we have Matt in his new digs. Matt, looks great.
Thanks. It's much improvement over the old one, I find. Better lighting, more space.
Less wood
Very
panel.
happy with it. Yes.
I missed the chair.
Better ceiling.
I'm
in the same chair.
It didn't have like a marble, like a blanket over it or something?
At one point, yes. It'll probably be back next week. I just brought the chair over today, so.
Good. We also have Diecast, who has just posted a review of Titans Return Hot Rod.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I missed in the review.
Hey, is that Firebolt? No, it's not.
I don't. Well, inside, right?
Actually, is it Firebolt? Is that what his headmaster is, or Titan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I mean, it should be a gun, but...
Well, so should Hyperfire or whatever they rename.
And he should be Haywire. Yeah.
Sadness.
Hey, Chris is here too.
Hey, Chris, how are you doing?
I'm invisible.
Yeah, we're having some network issues this week. Video is.
We're blaming Skype though.
Yeah, Matt was getting a little choppy there too, but we'll see if we can pull through.
By the time this show is over, everyone will be off video.
Yeah, I'm certain.
Basically, I'll be the secret square.
Don is also off video. I'm sorry, Don.
That's fine. Spares the audience from my hideous visage.
No. But the thing is, you and Chris, your video, it was so crisp and perfect.
Yeah, that was strange.
It was weird. Very weird.
That was the problem.
Yeah. Rob, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Awesome. And John DeLuna.
Yo, what's up?
How's Street Fighter V?
Fine.
I fired it up this weekend with Chris Triplett over here just to see if it would still run. It did.
Okay.
That's the first time I've played it. I should. So we have the Extra Life 24-hour live stream. Actually, it's not 24 hours. I'm sorry. It's like 12 hours, I think, total that we're doing this weekend, November 5th at 8 a.m. I had Street Fighter on it. I may actually stream for an extra hour at some point just to get some Street Fighter 5 in because I haven't played it in forever.
If John's around, you and he ought to play if you're around.
We should.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
So our team's goal is to get $1,000, and that the proceeds go to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. The hospital I'm supporting is Duke's Children's Hospital. The team consists of me, our buddy Jason Kirk, and also my buddy Mike. And Jason, Mike, and I, again, the team total is $1,000. We are about 45% of the way there. So if you could help us out, it would mean a lot. Go to tfradio.net/extralife to donate, or you can sponsor an hour. We have on the page a table with games that will be played and the price of sponsoring an hour. Sponsoring an hour is only $10. And during the hour, we'll mention your name, talk about you if we know you, make up funny stories if we don't. And there's, I think, one more hour that's $25 where you actually get to pick the game that I play if I have it available. If I don't, sorry. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and it goes to a good cause. So please, tfradio.net/extralife. And to get the word out, I actually have a Facebook contest going on. Go to facebook.com/tfradio. Look for the picture of Combiner Wars Groove. There's a story there that you just share that with your friends. I'll look at the people that have shared it, and I will announce the winner on Saturday evening. I think the 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock hour, but just to help get the word out so that we can get our sponsorship up, because we want to help kids. Children's Miracle Network, they help kids who have things like cancer, cystic fibrosis, and all these terrible things that most of us are fortunate enough never to have faced. So, please help. That would be awesome. We'll talk about Operation Combination next week, but we also have another contest going on, which is a brainstorm contest. I actually got an extra one, so I'm giving it away. Just follow us on Twitter at TFRadio and retweet the tweet. You'll see it. It has the little photo Brainstorm, and that's for a chance to win. We'll name the winner on the show next week. So follow us at TF Radio, retweet that tweet, and you are entered. Sweet. Anybody get anything new this week?
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm.
I got Brainstorm as well, so seems like most of us did. Do you guys like him?
Yeah,
I do. Yep. You know, I think the non-detachable guns up front is, like I think Rob said it or Chris said it, was a definite bummer that he can't have the guns. But at least the blur recolor gun, they does come with pegs up underneath it, so it does look pretty good without just sort of stuck on the side in vehicle mode.
Yeah. And I really like that shade of teal.
Yeah. I got a transforming dolphin, Finding Nemo dolphin.
What on earth? Have you transformed it yet?
No, I haven't taken it off the card yet, but it does say Finding Nemo. So very strange.
Oh my! Hey! Looking at it, is that a KO of one of the train bots?
I guess.
Could it be?
Yeah, it is.
That is awesome. Where did you get that?
It's like the same engineering.
It's the same engineering, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I need that.
Could you get 3 different fish and stack them into a super robot? That would be great.
Rob,
Nope.
a dolphin is not a fish.
Close enough.
Ooh.
That's not a transformer either, so.
I did get a set of bugs, and I normally don't do this, but they were really cheap, and they do combine into a combiner that looks halfway decent. So I'm gonna
Go for the whole set.
Yeah, I got the whole set.
That's
Oh, okay.
amazing.
Nice.
You should do a feature of those on your channel.
Yeah.
You should, yeah.
Yeah,
And
before they all snap in half.
And you got about 1 million Gnaws.
And I got 1 million more Gnaws.
I'm so jealous.
I saw that Twitter photo you posted.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's pretty awesome.
These Gnaws came today with the Rodimus, and
So, okay, including the ones that you got and already sent out for some of us, how many Gnaws altogether did you buy?
11.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Matt, how many Gnaws altogether do you intend to own?
All of them.
Let's see. How many did you send me, Diecast?
3.
Okay, so right now 14.
Oh my god.
I'm glad your number was
that's a
higher than
preliminary
Diecast number.
That's a preliminary number.
How many did you pre-order? How many did you pre-order tonight while we were in pre-show?
10.
Yes, that's great.
Okay, so I'm picturing
That was before I bothered to tell everybody else that they were back.
I assumed yes.
I may wind up with 1.
Yeah, this
That's
reminds
all it's
me
gonna
of,
be left.
If I have anything to say about it, that's all you'll get, Kilby.
This reminds me of those displays at the BotCon, the fan booth with all those jump starters, just an army of jump starters, and it's like it'll be Matt with his army of Gnaws.
That's crazy.
Of course, now you need to paint some of them to look like the Street Sharks, just for grins and giggles.
I'll leave that up to you.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm super jealous. Anybody else get anything? You got Go Shooter, Matt. You like it?
Yes, I did, and I used my little Shapeways adapter,
Nice.
and he holds on there really well.
Oh
collar on it?
wow.
Is that the collar or non-collar?
That's not collared,
Oh, okay.
because I found that if you turn the Titan Master head
I
sideways,
have to do that
Yeah.
too, yeah.
It fits
That's the typical way.
wonderfully.
I found with the non-collared one that some of the adapter protrudes in just slightly into the neck cavity on the bottom,
Mhm.
and that can block the head from fitting down in there correctly. Normally, if you check on that and see there's a little bit of a ridge, or you can try shaving that down, and it might fit a little bit better.
Well, I mean, I'm happy with it the way it is right now.
That's cool.
I see Diecast is transforming his robots in the sky, or his car robots, Dolphin.
Yeah.
Car robots dolphin.
Yeah,
Now that'd be great if they could still form Rail Racer.
that would be amazing. Wow, how much was that?
He doesn't know.
Not a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. If you place another order with Taobao, get me one of those.
Okay, I will.
That's awesome. In about $5. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to This Week in History.
I love how Diecast has become our Chinese toy dealer.
It's true. I love this. 1983, an exclusive sales license granted by Takara allows Hasbro to distribute their Diaclone and Microchange toys in the United States as a brand you may have heard of called Transformers.
Yeah, how did that work out, Brian? Do we know how that actually worked out?
So, it's kind of funny. So I'm assuming that somebody from Hasbro was in Japan and was just scouting out toys. I don't know for certain, but I know that Diaclone wasn't that. At least that line of Diaclone wasn't that huge a seller, right? Because about a year or two later, when Transformers actually showed up on the shelf, those Diaclone toys were still sitting there.
Actually, Brian, the story that I've heard through the years is there was a Hasbro representative at a Japanese toy show the year they showed off the Diaclone figures, and they said, "Hey, this would be something cool to bring over to the U.S." And so basically, the Hasbro saw it when it was revealed to the at that toy show.
Let's see here. I forget. I would have to go back to my notes, which I didn't take any from that Transformers Origins panel from BotCon 2015.
That was the best.
That was an awesome panel. I should have taken notes. But yeah, that's really awesome. And also awesome, 1998, the Beast Wars.
I did like this one.
Yeah, the Beast Wars episode Deep Metal premiered in the U.S. And that was the debut, right, of Depth Charge. I love Depth Charge so much. He is as 90s as a character in Transformers can get, pretty much.
Without a bandolier.
Yeah,
yes.
he's basically the Punisher.
Yeah, him or Night Scream is the most 90s you can get in Transformers.
That's true. But
just in completely opposite directions.
I loves me some Depth Charge. I wanted to write a Depth Charge fanfic, basically in the style of Garth Ennis, the guy did Preacher and all those other comics like Hitman. It was just going to be one where he starts swearing. He's the first.
You know what you should have wrote? You know what you should have wrote is a Depth Charge fanfic in the style of Frank Miller.
That would have been great too. But yeah, I just had this great image in my head of Depth Charge walking around swearing, and the Maximals not having any clue really how to respond.
Yeah, I remember when we were getting his backstory about Starbase Rugby. Even got a name drop in that episode.
Rugby Starbase, and they called it Starbase Rugby.
Yeah,
yeah, and he called Rampage X. I just love that. God, I love Depth Charge so much.
And it's just sort of sad. I never could put Rampage. I never had him in take mode. I just gave up because I was trying.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
No, it really wasn't.
But we'll never see those kind of toys again. I mean, different economics at the time, different everything. But Depth Charge is such a phenomenal figure.
It's a pretty figure. I don't know how phenomenal it is, and it has that stand on the back of it that kind of props it up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you overlook that one issue, which is only really there because of the disc launcher gimmick,
in the chrome chipping.
The chrome chipping has nothing to do with the toys engineering, though.
Yeah, maybe.
No, my point more is if, in some odd circumstance, they could remake the Depth Charge toy with the same engineering, but make the torso just a solid chunk and not be a disc launcher, you could do without the tail stand in the back, and it would be a fantastic figure.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. Let's jump to the news. So, Masterpiece Optimus Primal packaging and exclusive Mace accessory images. So, I thought when I first saw this last week, or whenever it was, that the Mace accessory box, which is a banana box, which is beautiful, I thought that was the actual packaging for like an exclusive, like that maybe the Hasbro version, Hasbro Hasbro
Asia. Hasbro Asia.
Yeah, Optimus Primal, which would have been beautiful. But it's for this mace. So the mace accessory is made of pewter or something?
It's die-cast.
It's
zinc, I guess.
So what's the source of the exclusive? Where does the exclusive come from?
You buy it through Hasbro Asia, you get that with it.
Okay. That box is awesome.
Why do we always learn this after we buy our Masterpiece figures?
Yeah.
Well, we knew the mace was coming as an exclusive for this quite a while ago. It actually, when Masterpiece Optimus Primal was first revealed, I was saying this would be perfect if it just had the mace. Then, like 2 weeks later, they announced that there would be the mace exclusive accessory, and I'm like, oh, okay, you did it.
And this is more. This is more of a flail, though, or something, right?
Yeah. The point is, though, it's spot on to the original toy's Screaming Skull weapon, and I'm fine with that. And now when you swing it around, you could actually hurt somebody with it.
Yeah,
because it's a solid chunk of metal with spikes. Ooh, I should get this and get a little grindstone and sharpen those. Yeah.
I like and I hate that they're doing these die-cast exclusives now, because I like it because I want them all. I think they're great. I hate it because now I have to figure out how to get them.
This is one of those things, like, I could see, like, online retailers getting small quantities of these at some point down the line through some means. I don't think you're going to absolutely not be able to get them if you don't get this release.
Some of the U.S. retailers are getting stock from Hasbro Asia also, which comes with this. So if you look around, you can probably find these available for order.
So question. Yeah. So it's Hasbro Asia, not Takara. In the Japanese dub of Beast Wars, Optimus Primal, of course.
Where's my banana?
Always talking about bananas. So is that where this is coming from? I mean, do we assume that was also like in the Chinese dub or what have you?
Maybe they just thought it'd be funny to give a monkey a case of bananas.
Yeah. I don't know. It's beautiful though.
Yeah.
I have been seeing a lot of pictures coming from like the Hong Kong groups with that Masterpiece Optimus Primal holding like a scaled banana accessory, like a little prop, probably doll furniture or something.
Neat. Cool.
So there may be an awareness of the Japanese in joke,
Yeah,
or an equivalent, or monkeys like bananas, and that's just as far as it goes. I think that's just a nasty stereotype, though.
I don't see the best news item in the show notes anymore. Was it taken out?
I just replaced it with the link to the article on TFormers. If you're talking about the thing that we added like 15 minutes ago.
No. The story, the fact that Amazon Japan now you can ship internationally. So
I did not remove that. I don't think I had that in there in the first place.
Oh, I thought it was tied to one of these. I thought it was tied to the animation.
Yeah, it was in the story with the Optimus Primal animated GIF, which
I didn't do anything with that. So.
I don't see it. But no, to me, that's the biggest and best news item of the whole week is the fact that Amazon Japan, Amazon.co.jp, will now ship internationally. And there's a drop-down box right there on the website where you can just translate from Japanese to English. You don't even have to use your browsers if you're using Chrome, the extension where it automatically does that. It's pretty awesome. And in most cases, it will convert from yen to US dollars for you. So I ordered Optimus Primal yesterday, which was the 1st, and I should have it by the 6th. From Japan.
Really good.
And it was less than, I think, shipped. It was, Don, was it less than $100 shipped?
$100 and literally change.
Yeah.
Less than 101, which is about 20 less than most U.S. places are charging before
shipping.
Before shipping, yeah.
I'm excited about this news. I think it's like the best news in a long time. I love this.
I'm excited to be getting it and saving $20.
Like, there are things that are sold out, like on a lot of online retailers, like Scourge, and it's available right there. So it's pretty awesome. Let's see here. Optimus Primal new in-hand photo surface on Twitter. Yeah, a lot of people are now getting it. It looks really nice, but is it smaller than I thought? This is smaller than the original toy, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw a picture. It's taller than Classics Optimus Prime, but not as big, but a little bit shorter than MP10, I think. And it comes up basically to MP01's crotch.
Okay, so in the original Optimus Primal was a Voyager class toy.
Ultra.
Well, they called it Ultra then.
Ultra, yeah, I forgot.
But it's equivalent to Voyagers, it's within the last 10 years.
So about the size of your Hardhead, your Silver Bolt, back from Classics and Generations, about that size, give or take.
It looks really nice. I can't wait to get my hands on this.
And there's an undocumented feature. Well, I haven't seen the instructions, but there's an undocumented feature that peg on the back. You can actually store. You can put Generations rat trap on the back of Optimus when they're in beast mode, like in that one episode from the opening.
There's another undocumented feature. Apparently, this will actually combine with Masterpiece Starsaber. Of course, not true. Oh wow!
When
Yes.
do we get the Apex armor for this?
That would be great.
Apex.
That's the joke, Don.
Yeah.
I know. But it'll be a giant purple gorilla, like grape ape or something.
The glow in the dark eyes are awesome. The dull surprise look on his face is beautiful. I really can't wait. Anybody? Who else is getting this? Or nobody has it yet, right?
I'll hold out for a Hasbro version.
Anybody else getting this anytime soon?
Yeah. Mine's on the way too, Brian.
Okay. Man, this just looks nice.
Yeah, it does look like it's a little bit smaller than the original toy, but man, those proportions.
So we always
I hope I get mine.
yeah. We always assume that things come in not necessarily in pairs, but if one thing comes out, eventually another will come out. Do we expect to see Megatron anytime
I
soon?
hope so.
I kind of think the pair in this case might be fulfilled by Cheetor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
If these sell well, I have no doubt they'll go back to the Beast Wars well.
Yeah.
but it just seems like everyone's fixated on, like always, G1. Although,
Fine with I mean, there's not too many Beast Wars characters that you would say are a must-have.
There are not that many Beast Wars characters compared to G1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very
and
small
real-
showcast.
yeah.
I would say everybody on the show would be a must-have.
Well, and the thing is, even though I'm not a huge fan of that Generations Rat Trap, it basically fulfills the role in concept of scale, at least.
Yeah.
So that's something that they don't really need to redo for this. Especially if that peg on the back is specifically intended for Generations Rat Trap on Optimus Primal.
I'll be honest.
No, I've seen pictures of that actually being possible.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, if that was the design intent of that specifically, and it's not just a happy coincidence.
I have never liked the Dinobot toy, so getting a Masterpiece Dinobot would be pretty awesome.
I want to see Masterpiece Dinobot just to see them engineer a working transformation out of that show design.
They'll just upscale the universe.
Transformers Masterpiece Series wins the 2016 Good Design Award, and I love that name, from Japan's Institute for Design Promotion. So, congratulations.
It's a good design.
It's a good design. So it bugs me a little bit on this one photo. They do include tracks.
Actually, the first picture on here is MPO1 Prime.
Yeah.
But I mean, you still have to give props to MPO1 if
I love MPO1.
I mean, if they had not sat down and said, we need to make this show accurate Optimus, we wouldn't have what we have now.
Didn't Aaron Archer design that?
Well, it's always a team effort,
Yeah.
Because remember, the relationship between Hasbro and Takara is very typically Hasbro designs the look of the toy in both of its modes and a lot of the detailing, and then Takara works with them to figure out how to turn those two concepts into one toy that will change from one to the other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is a very much team effort.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
But
Very
Aaron
true.
Archer could well be largely responsible for the the look of the toy.
Cool. I think we've already mentioned it, but Walgreens Brainstorm is available online. That's how I got 2 of mine. I found one in store. If you spend $35 or more in the U.S., I believe shipping is free. I bought 2. Our buddy Anthony Bricali was way smarter. He got 1 and shampoo.
Well, now,
Must have been some nice shampoo.
Yeah, he only needed. He bought a lot of it. So
one thing to all of our collector friends, Walgreens is not, I don't believe, what you would call collector friendly, because this is a new thing for them. So do not expect card, C10 case fresh brainstorms when they arrive, because
They might be bent. The cards might be bent a little bit.
the
cards
cards
may be bent.
are the cards flimsier too? Are they sort of a lower grade of cardboard?
They don't feel that way to me.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're just crammed into boxes that are too small for them. Mine was,
Now,
anyway.
I think the boxes, like Voyagers and up, have their material has gotten a little bit thinner compared to like a couple years prior. But the deluxe cards seem to be pretty much the same robustness universally.
Cool.
Yeah, so just don't expect, super fresh, pretty packaging.
You might get 1 if you buy 5. But again, we are giving one away. Just follow us on Twitter at TF Radio and retweet the tweet, which you will see it. I'll be posting it all week.
It's possible too, if you buy a gross of shampoo with yours and have to send it in the big box, your brainstorm might come out in better condition.
That's funny.
Well, Brian, don't forget, if someone doesn't win yours, there may be another one down the road that we're giving away.
Yeah, more details later.
Yes.
Love that. Don's talking about his show that we're working on.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more.
Next item, XM Studios Premium Collectibles G1 Optimus Prime statue, work in progress photos. Is this what we were talking about during the minicast this week? Or is this a different statue?
I wasn't there for the minicast, so I couldn't
John?
tell you.
I'm not sure. I think it is the same.
Weren't you talking about the 3A stuff?
Was it? Okay, so the one we were talking about was part of the third party. It was official third party that was part of the third party panel at TFCon. So I guess it wasn't this.
That was
you're right.
3A at TFCon.
Yeah.
And yes, 3A is a licensed third party.
I'm not much into the statues. I've never actually bought a Transformer statue. Back when
Not even the Hard Hero ones?
Not even the Hard Hero ones, no. I mean, the Unicron one they did was nice, but I wasn't crazy about any of the other, like the busts that they did.
That Rhinox one they did was actually pretty good looking.
Looking back, I wish I had gone back and bought a lot more of those than I did, because they still look pretty good.
At Baltimore Comic-Con back in 2004, I told them that they really needed to do a Big Daddy statue, and they didn't. But had they done so, I would have bought it. But now they no longer make these, so they should have listened.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago at BotCon, one of the sellers had the Hard Hero, the Devastator, that barely squeaked out before they closed, and it was taller than Hercules. It'd be smaller than a lot of the toys are nowadays, but it looks so pretty. But I think his lowest price was $450 at the time, and that was just.
That's crazy. I'm not interested. So if you're looking for Titans Return Wave 3 toys, I think they're currently available on pre-order at Big Bad
Basically
Toy Store.
everywhere.
Everywhere, okay. Are they on Amazon yet?
Well, probably not Amazon. Amazon's not
I
fast with that
have not.
stuff.
Yeah, I have not seen anything on Amazon yet, but Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, all the usual suspects have pre-orders up.
Mm-hmm. Good luck finding Gnaws that Matt hasn't pre-ordered yet.
Or diecast is bought.
Yeah.
Well, diecast, you're depleting them from the source. You're going to the ocean and fishing them out before the retailers can, have them hauled in.
Yeah, ones Matt.
People are gonna buy like case sets of these legends, and they're gonna open the fresh case up and find no Gnaws inside.
So there'll just be IOUs in there.
Yeah, because Matt's getting the ones the smugglers are getting in under the radar. Diecast is just fishing, like you said, Brian, out of the sea.
So our buddy Jim Sorensen on the Allspark posted that exclusive Platinum Edition Lio Kaiser is available on Entertainment Earth. Now, is it still, you still have to call in to get it, or is it available on the site?
It's not available on the site yet, and since that posting, it has changed to now when you call them, they will reserve/pre-order one for you.
Okay.
It's unclear if the earlier ones actually had anything like fully go through where it's being shipped out. I guess we'll find that out in the next few days. But we have found out the price is a little higher than we were expecting now at $129.99.
That's $20 higher than what we were told.
Don, how much did we pre-order it at?
110,
Yeah.
112.
Okay. So fingers crossed.
Yep.
And
Yes,
Matt
we
already
know.
has it.
Yes, we know, Matt. Well,
I was
Matt.
thinking about that when I put this item in the show notes
Yeah.
too.
Well, hey, Matt. QC update. Any issues with your Lio Kaiser since you've had it about a month, give or take? Any QC issues other than the brawl molds?
Anybody that handled the BotCon exclusive Pterosaur this year, if you had problems with the legs, like pegging together in jet mode, there is some of that going on in both the jet formers, but in Hellbat and Skyhawk.
I can't wait to get it, though. I'm super excited.
They look so nice. The head sculpts alone are just phenomenal and
Jealous.
totally worth it.
Jealous. Okay, speaking of something I'm actually jealous of, our buddy Paul Agnew, right before the show started, and we love you, Paul, by the way, posted to Twitter that he found Combiner Force in Australia, of course, where he lives. And, he tweeted out the photo, and we have it right here.
The first Legion class assortment.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now, is that just me, or is that Starscream looking an awful lot like Windblade?
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's certainly got a similar thing going on with the arms.
Yeah.
Oh, so I've got some browser issues, so I can't look at anything right now.
Use your phone, Don. Don, he tweeted at us.
Well, my phone's in another room. But so it's not the Warrior class Starscream they're reusing again. It's a different Starscream.
This is the Legion. Legion class assortment.
Legion class. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, before I enlarged the photo, I was thinking that that was just the Warrior class toys and the new branding, but nope.
Let's see here, and in the
hopefully the actual Combiner stuff will be hitting not too long after this. Though
fingers crossed. Yeah. And in our movie block, Transformers The Last Night production departs with the UK with the message of thanks. So,
which I only really put in here just to note that apparently principal photography in the UK is over with, and that may mark the end of principal photography overall. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, cool. So it's coming out 2017.
Yeah, June, I think.
End of June, beginning of July. Yeah,
something like that.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I guess we'll see it. And well, the last one not so much, but what I always love about the movies is the fact that there's usually a traffic spike, so more listeners. But the last movie we didn't really get the same hit that we normally do. So,
well, neither did the movie.
that's true. I mean, it made
and now we're gonna have one every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna fatigue people.
Oh, not at all.
Nope. Okay, so
enjoy it while it lasts. The boon from the movie money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the movie every year. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, may not like them, but I'll be happy with it. I mean, I've hardly liked any of them so far.
Well, but it's like we said, movie money gets us generations. So,
yeah. It used to be that movie money killed things like animated, but it doesn't seem like Hasbro's really into doing that much anymore.
Cartoon Network killed animated.
And
that's a good point.
I want to say maybe the initial couple movies, the sales really helped, but they've been kind of slacking off. Like I don't think Age of Extinction or Age of Extinction did
It
all
Age of
that.
Extinction,
It
yes.
felt like that.
Age
didn't
of
it?
Extinction did all that much to help the Generations line.
I'm gonna call that movie that from now on, Matt. That's perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so hey, thank you, Amazon. So if you want to help support the show and you don't want to spend a cent doing it other than buying the stuff you always do, just you go to tfradio.net, click on the Amazon link, and just the stuff that you normally buy, you can buy it through Amazon, and Amazon sends a few cents back our way to help cover the cost for the show. And fun things like the new show that Don will be hosting in the next month and a half or so. It's going to be awesome, and you can help make it happen just by shopping at tfradio.net/Amazon. So right now, Computron is $72.
That's cheaper than I got
Nice.
my dented box for.
tfradio.net/Computron, capital C, and you can get that. If you're into Power Rangers, you can get the Soul of Chogokin Megazord, which is
Already pre-ordered.
awesome, which is at tfradio.net/Megazord, and the new Voltron, which is at tfradio.net/Voltron.
Ultron's available right now.
That's all. Wait, it's already shipping.
No, it's unavailable. Like, I guess they sold out.
Oh,
ordered.
okay. Ignore that one. But yeah, so with the holidays coming up, it's a perfect time to use Amazon. Don't bother going out and fighting the crowds. Just buy your stuff from Amazon and do it through our website. It would be awesome, and we would appreciate it. And even if you don't buy anything, share the link out. So maybe you have a friend that has been wanting Computron but didn't want to spend $100 on it. Send them that link, tfradio.net/Computron. Just do it over and over again.
Yeah, and also don't forget if you like the Computron but you're not sure about it, be sure to check out Rob Clay's and XV's review on TFormers. They give a complete rundown on the individual characters and the combined form. So
That one was all Rob, so I mean, I don't want to
okay.
take any credit for his hard work, but thanks for pointing that out, Don.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rob.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Amazon's also great for like more everyday things. Like you have chronic irritable bowel syndrome, you can buy a grows of toilet paper.
Yeah, actually, I've started using it for not
You
toilet
can
paper.
even get a dash button.
Yeah.
Button for toilet paper.
I just recently bought. I really like who makes it Peak. It's tea, but it's a diet tea, so it's made with Splenda instead of sugar. I just bought like 4 6-packs of that from Amazon because it was cheaper than me going to the grocery store and buying it.
I'm probably going to have to try to do they still have Ecto Cooler cases on Amazon?
The last I checked, they did.
I'm probably going to have to do that because they said they're cutting production of that at the end of the year, and I have never seen a drop of the stuff anywhere local here.
Stock up. tfradio.net/Amazon.
I don't need to stock up, but I want to have at least some before it's all gone.
Yeah.
Well, I think Rob Clay had the best idea that he mentioned on Twitter. What was that, Rob? You said
Hoard it and sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a local store that actually has it, so if you want me to send you some, Chris, just let me know.
That sounds like a lot of trouble when I could just have someone at an Amazon warehouse worry about it for you.
Yeah, good point. You need to do tfradio.net/ectocooler, Brian.
Yeah, we should make that a thing until the end of the year.
Working on that now.
Well, that's what you said a couple weeks ago, and then there still wasn't a link to that Megazord.
No, there's a link to that Megazord. It's right there.
No, there is now, but a couple weeks ago
I
you said
did
you
it.
were
I
working
did
on
it.
that during the show,
I did.
and then it wasn't there the next week.
I did it during the show.
Yeah, but then the
The
next week
week
it wasn't
after
there.
you said you were going to.
Okay. If somebody wants to handle the next news item, I'll have the Ecto Cooler link up in a minute.
Diecast.
I was looking at the
Third-party
news
news
diecast.
third-party news. Toy World unofficial MP scale combiners Bruticus and Superion teased.
Arg.
That
Wow.
sounds like an expensive proposition.
tfradio.net/Ecto Cooler, capital E, capital C.
Why don't you
Done.
just do these things all lowercase?
Because people want to. It'll work all lowercase, I think. No, it won't, actually.
No, it won't.
Okay, the lowercase version will work as well. In about 30
There you go.
seconds.
In any case, I'm going to just say what I said when I posted this on TFormers. They're making the world of third party bigger while also making it smaller by just retreading again at a bigger size.
So on the minicast, especially during the second part, I think we were talking about why did they make this? Why did they make this? Why did they make this? Going through the TFCon panel slides, I don't get why we need a gigantic a new masterpiece scale Bruticus or Superion. I don't get it.
Well, we never had a masterpiece scale Superion. So
Who can tell? I mean, we had
Yeah, we did, Doc.
Uranus.
Uranus was as close as we probably want to get.
I don't think he was masterpiece scaled though.
And that was also something we talked about. What makes a masterpiece scale toy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because with something like the Jets, that's a lot more fiddly.
Oh, there's Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, I never got a chance.
Is definitely a lot taller than my Superion, TFC Superion. That they're.
It's not just a matter of size, though, right? It's also a matter of like fit and finish.
It's a combination of size and fit and finish. I mean, you have to have both.
I think there's also something of design aesthetic in it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's going to vary to a degree between manufacturers. We've talked about that a lot recently with the various Infernos. But there is still something about how it's styled that sets it apart from something that's trying to be more of a classics thing than a masterpiece thing or what have you. But I mean, for the most part, that tends to go automatically with, if we're making this to match more or less the cartoon size references, that's basically where the masterpiece-alike thing kind of comes from, I think.
And more importantly, tfradio.net/Crystal Pepsi, all lowercase. There you go.
And in a masterpiece scale, I think Silverbolt's jet mode is really going to stand out as
weird,
totally odd next to all the other fighter jets.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the Combaticons, you've got Blast Off Space Shuttle right next to Swindle, who's a Jeep.
It's
so the same problems the original toys face.
Exactly. Is Silverbolt
in masterpiece scale?
Is Silverbolt
for way more money?
Is Silverbolt based on any kind of real jet,
or is he
Concorde?
Yeah. Okay.
Passenger jet. Yeah.
It's not the Concorde that was supersonic, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was grounded like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago because of
costs. Yeah.
Which was also, hugely massive.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's just weird. We don't need these. I would take them again if somebody gave them to me, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm fine with Combiner Wars.
I also want to point out this isn't a news item because there's not like an actual physical thing to show yet, but some other third-party group did show their like CAD line art for a masterpiece scale Omega Supreme after the Fans Toys one got revealed.
Of course they did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sort of shades of the Tyrant versus Despot or whatever
or any dueling third party attempt anymore, because as soon as the first person sets theirs out, everybody else who's gotten the works are like, oh, we better show ours now, no matter how done.
Now, when are we going to see one that transforms into the Ark from animated?
Oh god,
I know, right?
Make a masterpiece scrounge that turns into a real hubcap just because I want to see like 73 people do that.
It's ridiculous.
Well, if they ever do animated Omega, you will hear Paladin scream with joy from no matter where you are in the continental U.S. You will hear him scream.
I've known Paladin for a lot of years, and I just cannot imagine anything resembling joy leaving his mouth.
Yeah, I can't either. Okay, so WB008 Warbot Trianex Alpha by Fans Project. It's a not Diaclone, Diabattles sort of style toy. This isn't based on anything though in particular.
Well, it's the Diabattles design. The same thing the Diaclone reboot was.
Yeah. So wait, Diabattles, is that a specific thing? I thought that was like
Diabattles is that 3-part robot specifically.
Okay. Yeah. I know like Jack about Diaclone.
Well, me either, but I learned in the process of that coming out.
Yeah.
But
that was not a title, that was a specific robot.
Okay.
Right. And also, they're doing that in Diatlas colors, and apparently there was a few engineering fixes.
That's DiZ, right?
DiZ, yeah. So the Diatlas version looks...
That's a little different than this, I thought.
It is. There's some remolding. There's some tweaking of the molds. I've seen 2 reviews, one on each, and I think the Die Z, the Die Atlas one, is a bit more solid looking, and just looks better because of the more uniform color scheme. But that's just me.
I like.
Well, and like the other aspect of that too is we have the official Dia Battles, which is going to be to a similar level of complexity and probably very similar price point. So it makes Trianex Alpha seem super unnecessary by comparison, whereas there's not a good updating to Die Atlas in any respect anywhere.
Dia Battles is like over $200 though, isn't it?
No, it's 140-ish last I knew.
Okay, that's less than I thought. I thought it was more.
Well, some places were charging a little more for the what would you call that, Chris? The underwater color, the blue. The blue is like an exclusive or something.
I think they were calling that like moon-based colors or something. It was the one that was all
prototype,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. But this is $120, and if you like Fans Project stuff, you'll probably like this.
Because I watched a video about this, and it sure looks like Fans Project engineering.
It really does.
And that's all I'm going to say about it.
I forgot to show it. Yeah. Sure is. Okay, let's see here. I guess that is it for the news. Rob, what's on TFormers
this week? It's been a slow week, man.
Yeah.
Really.
What's on TFormers, Rob?
Also in TFormers, we have got, we're continuing our Beast Wars 20th anniversary coverage. I have reviewed the basic beasts of 1996. Pterosaur, Snapper, and Insecticon in this installment. I think Chris has got some too that he's going to get to. I forget.
I'll check my inventory to see what exactly.
Yeah, I forgot if you had anything from 96 or not, but since we're going to be continuing the basic beast series either way, part 1 seemed like a safe bet in the title.
I know I've got some, second series ones that aren't spring-loaded. I just don't remember which ones.
Okay, I thought all the 96 stuff was spring-loaded. But...
You mean it's all not right there within easy reach, Chris?
I mean, I'd have to get up and go like 5 feet to the left.
But we've also got reviews for this week's comics, which are Till All Are One Revolution, which is pretty good. And Revolution number 4, which is very well executed and just still not to my taste.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. And
Chris McFeely really loves it, but I think he is more into crossover comics than I am.
I think he's more into ridiculous concepts too.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, that could be.
I love McFeely. So, questions, feedback this week. I got an email that I wanted to read on air. It's from Ryan. Subject to plea for MMC Carnifex. And he says, hey guys, first off, I want to say I love the show. I look forward to it every week. I found the show around 2009, and this is my first time reaching out. On the last podcast, it seemed like none of you guys were going to get MMC's Carnifex. The main reason being that most of you were just going to wait till the official version and or would rather have version came out and or would rather have one with the G1 aesthetic. I'm not saying I don't understand this, he said. I do. I just feel that MMC just released one of the best, if not the best, third-party items on the market. If you guys are doing a best of 2016 this year, well, I guess then you need to you need to see where I'm going with this. I know this is just my opinion, but I at least wanted to make a plea for Carnifex. I'm a huge fan of the IDW, what they've done for Transformers, so maybe I'm a little biased. I don't know, but I thought at least one of you guys were going to get it. Kilby? ? I may get it. I thought you said you're going to get him on a previous cast. I canceled the pre-order. I tend to do that sometimes if I second guess myself. I'm like, maybe. So I don't know if I mentioned this on the show. I canceled all of my pre-orders this week. Every single one.
From multiple places or one place?
Maybe one place.
Uh-huh.
I think I canceled it for one reason. One, I'm kind of a little tired of some waiting. Two, I'm canceling it for the reason Don loves using that service, because you don't have to pay until it comes in. I'm going to change where I'd rather prepay. That way I don't have like 5 things coming in at the same time that I'm not anticipating.
And you can't change your mind.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No,
which is good and bad.
Yeah.
I was totally going to get Carnifex. It was one of my planned purchases till I went to the Hasbro New York Comic-Con.
The night before event.
Yeah, the night before event, and saw Sky Shadow Leader Sky shot it, and that was like, that was it. I was like, yeah, it's big. It's it's gonna.
Yeah, and
let
for
me,
me,
let me finish his email. So he did say, please, Don, reconsider. He said, diecast, really? You're not getting it? I know you said you haven't read the IDW stuff, but still, I have a Twilight Zone moment on this, guys. I just had to reach out. Please never stop. Love the podcast. Can't wait for the 500th episode. Thank you for what you do. And somebody please get Carnifex. You won't regret it. I really like that email, so I wanted to read that.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
I did plan on getting it, and I think it looks great. And, for fans of IDW, definitely pick it up. It's just, right now, it's just a hard one for me to...
But, I mean, for anybody who's listening, who's on the fence about this, I mean, this is obviously a glowing recommendation from somebody who loves the figure, so...
Yeah,
and I'll just be honest, that's not my Overlord. I have a G1 Overlord I was able to get back in the day, but...
Is it European or Japanese?
Japanese. It's just, if you don't have Power Masters and it's not Giga and Mega, it's just not my Overlord, because I'm a huge Master Force fan. And the design cues are there. You can see where they were kind of going with it, but it's not my Overlord. I mean, if they had Power Master figures with them, I would be a lot more tempted than what I would be otherwise.
I get it.
So I'm sorry.
It's a nice looking figure, and that's what I really appreciate about it.
And like from my perspective on this, in IDW, Overlord is a plot device as much as anything else. And my concept of Overlord is more formed by having watched Master Force. So I want something that reflects that more than the comic books.
Yeah, I would agree.
And for my part, of course, I am perpetually broke, which is why I don't do third party. So, I have said before on Twitter, and I'll say it again here, if anybody wants to send me third party stuff, I will dutifully review it for you, but it's not something that I can budget for at the moment.
Yeah.
Same, by the way.
Third party is so cost prohibitive. I mean, I hate to turn down like stuff like this because I was excited when I heard about this, but with a cheaper alternative coming out, and Hasbro's been knocking it out of the park with some of this stuff lately. I mean, it kind of sucks. It's just
there's also
I can't buy everything that I want.
Yeah, me too.
There is also, and this is going to sound weird, maybe a little bit wrong, but I also feel a little bit of obligation on this because fans from all stripes have been at every Hasbro event going up to the representatives saying, when can we get Overlord? This important character. We'd really like to see it in classics, generations. They're finally doing that. I want to support that endeavor. I want to buy the Hasbro one because after all this time, they've finally decided, you know what, we're going to make this and give it to them.
Yeah.
And now it's time to start badgering them for a Thunder Clash.
Yes, yes, it is.
Thunder Clash, really? I mean, I know Thunder Clash is awesome in the comic. I get that. But really?
Well, now, I will say this. I went to Marshall's today. They had 15 Voyager class Combiner War torsos. They were not a single Skylinks. They were all Battlecore Optimus, Motormaster, and one scatter shot and one onslaught. But if those repo labels are still out there, or I'm not repo labels, I'm sorry, what are they called now?
Toy hacks.
Toy hacks. If they still have those Thunder Clash labels, you can turn Battlecore Optimus into Thunder Clash.
I'm already working on one of those. I'm waiting on my render form parts to finish him.
So I mean, so you do have an option for Thunder Clash already, and you can probably find a Battlecore Optimus pretty easily.
At least at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of repro labels, we didn't get a chance to go over this last week, Matt. Why don't you talk about your Wheeljack project there?
Oh,
since we got a few minutes still.
I do have him right here. I got the Toy Hacks not exhaust stickers for Combiner Wars Wheeljack. Spent a good hour and a half carefully, painstakingly applying stickers. I hate curved stickers, by the way. The windshield was not fun to do, but it looks magnificent whenever you get them done. I needed another Decepticon to fill out, a team. So it is a fantastic set. if anybody's on the fence about that, and I mean, Combiner Wars Wheeljack is not that difficult to get a hold of. I'm really happy with it.
I need to get me one of those.
I don't have the patience.
I told you I told you I have the Wheeljack for you whenever you want it.
Yeah.
Oh yes, then we will get to that.
Yeah. I rarely even put. I'll put a faction symbol on, and that's really just about it. Because
Did you say a fashion symbol?
Faction.
Oh,
Faction.
okay.
Dawn is the fashion symbol.
Yeah.
He's a fashion icon. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, khakis and blue shirts. But that's
Hey,
why
they never got a style down.
Yeah, that's why I never got their repo set for Alternator's Wheeljack, because I wanted that Alternator's Wheeljack to look like Wheeljack and not the blue version of Grimlock. And I saw the amount of labels, and I was like, no, I don't have the patience for something that major. So he's in a box somewhere.
Okay, cool. Sorry, Don.
That's fine.
Let's see here. Anything? Oh yeah, on the network this week, the RFC minicast, the TFCon 2016 third-party panel review, part 1.
Part 1?
Part 1. It's going to be 2 parts.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of slides to go over. Apparently.
2 hours combined.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
I don't think that cast is so many anymore, you guys.
Nope.
Not this
It
time.
was in fast too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
The RFC mega cast.
The mega cast. Take 4 Wrestling episode 13. We talked about Ric Flair's retirement ceremony from Monday Night Raw, March 31st, 2008. Being Awesome with Rob Springer. Apparently there's some sort of conversation with Steve Austin and somebody else. I have not had a chance to listen to Being Awesome this week yet, so
I would pay $6 million to hear that conversation with Steve Austin.
I think it's Rob being Steve Austin talking to somebody else, so I'm actually kind of excited about that. And I need to go back. I need to go back and listen. But the winner for the week, Superhero Time presents that one episode of Star Trek, and the episode they do this week is the best episode of Next Generation, which is Conspiracy.
I didn't realize this was a contest, Gilby.
But
But I'm glad to have won anyway.
I can't give it to Conspiracy. I want to, but I can't.
I know you want to give it to Darmok.
Yeah.
Wait,
Darmok.
Don, I'm joking. Conspiracy is terrible.
Oh, really? Okay.
Conspiracy
Body
is great.
snatchers.
Conspiracy is great. Like a lot of the season 1 episodes, is great for a lot of the wrong reasons.
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize you were kidding.
That incredibly well choreographed fight scene.
Oh my god. And Riker just eating the mealworm
The
or
coffee
whatever.
table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the coffee table.
Yeah, so weird.
And the scenery.
And the special effects are so bad in it. It's beautiful.
Well, did the remastered version help any?
Yeah, I was going to
No.
say, seen in Blu-ray.
The remastered version makes it beautiful, but again, in all the wrong ways.
Yeah, so that's phenomenal.
But if you get the highest possible detail on Commander Remmick's head exploding,
I didn't realize the Blu-rays were as inexpensive as they are. I think I'm going to pick up a copy of it.
yeah, you ought to. Also, if you have Netflix, the remastered versions are up on there too.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat. I should just do that.
I mean, I would not tell you not to buy the Blu-ray sets because that's a cool thing to have. I mean, it's way too late to support that and get DS9 or anything because they've already decided there wasn't enough response on Next Generation. But definitely check out some episodes on Netflix. They're worth watching.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Just avoid season 2 because it's got Pulaski, and that's not good
I like
Pulaski is hilarious.
for all the wrong reasons.
Okay, Dad.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, don't.
Everything wrong with Pulaski is everything right with Pulaski, Don.
Yeah. Okay, so don't forget the Extra Life marathon from this weekend. Thanks to Jason Kirk and Mike for helping out with that. Again, as of recording, we're about 45% of the way there toward our goal of $1,000. Please help out. You can help out for as little as $1. You can just donate. Doesn't just go to tfradio.net/extralife. If you want to sponsor an hour, most hours are $10. There's 1 hour left where you can actually pick the game that I play. That is $25. But it goes to Children's Miracle Network to help out kids who are suffering with cancer, cystic fibrosis, and all of these terrible diseases that, again, most of us have been fortunate enough to not have to face in our lives. So tfradio.net/extra life, the live stream, the game stream is on Saturday, November 5th, and I'll actually give you the schedule that we have right now. Currently, I start streaming at 8 a.m. Eastern Time with Skyrim Remastered. At 9 o'clock, I move to Fallout 4. The 10 a.m. hour is sponsored and by Liz Goodman, and the game I will be playing for the whole hour is Dr. Mario. A whole hour of Dr. Mario. At 4 o'clock, Jason picks up, and he plays until 7 p.m. At 7 p.m., I start back. I will be playing Mystery of Convoy and Headmasters. 8 o'clock, I play Beast Wars on the PlayStation 1. 9 o'clock is sponsored by Amy Morgan, a.k.a. Lady Wreck. I'll be playing Transformers Fellow Cybertron. And the 10 p.m. hour is open with you pick the game, you just have to sponsor. It's going to cost $25. And other than the 10 a.m. slot and the 9 p.m. slot, every slot is open for sponsorship. So nobody's chosen to sponsor anything through most of the other donations we've gotten. But again, if you sponsor, we'll talk about you through the hour. Heck, if you run a Transformers store or a business, we'll talk about your business and give you a plug throughout. So it'll be pretty cool. You can do that for as little as $10.
You know, I wish I could think of a game worse than Mystery of Convoy or Beast Wars PlayStation 1, or I would, cough up the $25 and pick it for you for that 1 hour.
Superman 64.
I mean, I know that's bad, but it's not in the spirit I have in mind.
Yeah.
E.T.?
I need to think of something that would make you despair at life.
True. I think Dr. Mario for an hour will do that.
It very well might.
Yeah.
I can't imagine playing that for that long.
And if you want to sponsor a different hour and you want me to play a game other than the one I've listed there, I'll be glad to do that. But we could really use your help. Again, our team goal is $1,000. I think right now we're at $450. So tfradio.net/extra life. That will bring up my personal page. You can donate to me right now. My goal was $200. For whatever reason, it changed to $500. I was just aiming for $200, and again, the team for $1,000. So right now I'm only at $51. So I got to save face with my friend Mike, who's like at over $400 right now. So I've got to beat Mike. Help me out. tfradio.net/extra life.
It's over 400.
Yeah. Okay, so so I've been teasing the Dawn thing. So we've been talking about doing some sort of call-in show, and it's something that we're working toward doing. But we have the voicemail line, which we always forget about. But if you can always leave us a voicemail at 931-99-GO-BOT. That's 931-994-6268, and that's in the U.S. So if you're outside, you might have to dial +1 to leave a voicemail. That will also be the hotline that you can eventually call in on when we do the call-in show, but it'll probably be a good month and a half until we're there. But you can also, I honestly never mentioned this, but you can also use that to send us a text. So if you don't want to send us an email, or you are more of a text person, you can always send us a text to 931-994-6268. Again, 931-994-GO-BOT.
And of course, as we get closer to the launch date, once we get all the the software in, the hardware installed, and some tweaks done, we'll talk more about the show that's coming up. The name, what we're looking to do. Maybe, like I said, a brainstorm might be available at some point for a giveaway. Maybe. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more.
Can we get Don one of those flashing red Batman phones for this?
I will actually be the one answering the phone, and if you're watching the live stream, I'm holding the phone that I'll be answering right here. I already have the phone in place. I'll be like, "Hello, this is Brian Kilby. You will be speaking to Don here in a second. Give me your name and location, and I'll put you."
Oh, you know what? Somewhere in a box, Brian, I have a Star Trek Enterprise Classic Series phone.
No, we'll be using this phone. I bought this phone specifically for this purpose.
Oh, okay.
And
we don't care, Kilby. We have better ideas.
And I can put people on hold and stuff with it. So
okay.
If you want to hold the phone up to the side of your head while you're doing the show, Don, I don't think anybody's going to object.
That's true, but it's not going to be video, so nobody will ever know.
Oh, good point.
Don
good
will
point.
know.
That's true.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yo, Don.
Yo, Don. Okay. Follow us on Twitter at TF Radio. You can follow me personally at BKilby. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/TF Radio and on Instagram at TF Podcast. Matt, you are now on Twitter.
I am at Melvar. That's MELLLVARR.
Yes. Awesome.
You notice how every week he sounds a little bit less resentful of it?
I know. I think he likes it.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're welcome.
Well, I'll thank you because I'm glad he's on Twitter now.
I am.
Yes.
I really enjoy having him on Twitter.
Mhm.
Diecast is all over the internet. How do we get a hold of you?
I'm on Twitter at Diecast2, and if you want to check out the Hot Rod Titans Return Hot Rod review, that is on YouTube at RFC Reviews.
Sweet. Let's see Rob.
I am on Twitter at RAC2750 and Flailthroughs. I am also on YouTube as Flailthroughs, and you can see XV and my video reviews for TFormers on YouTube at TFormers TV.
Sweet. And thank you to whoever just donated to Extra Life. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, cool.
Is that one of you guys?
No.
Not it.
John,
But it was a fairly sizable donation,
Yeah,
so
yes, it
thumbs
was.
up,
it was,
whoever that was.
It was John. Thank you, John.
Sure. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm just playing. I'm just giving you a hard time. Hey, you can thank me by following me. All of you people out there listening on Twitter at ThatJohnD.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
Awesome.
segue.
Awesome. And let's see here. Chris?
What?
Okay.
If you can't see me, you can't see my Twitter.
At ChrisRTXV. Don?
Damn it!
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC4 EVR. And keep that in mind because that may come in handy in a couple of weeks.
Or a month.
Well, yeah.
After Christmas.
Coming soon.
It'll be
Yeah,
it'll be around December.
Yeah. When will then be now? Soon.
Yes.
Later.
Also, we'll have another big announcement too coming, which is something I've been working on for 2 years, and hopefully it'll finally happen.
Is that the website overhaul?
No, that'll probably never happen.
Yeah,
Rob and Doodle podcast.
Fart gun. It's a
Until-
fart gun, right?
Until Squarespace literally makes me move from version 5, I'm going to stick with version 5.
Isn't Squarespace up to like version 8 now?
7 last I checked. They may be up to
Oh,
8.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I was
basically,
just pulling a number out of the air, man. I don't even know.
so basically, Brian's running Windows 98 on as far as the Square. Okay,
It's not far off. Not far off. Okay, well, thank you all.
Squarespace Millennium Edition.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned with software, not being broke is a virtue.
Yes?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, because on my browser, literally the entire show, my browser has been frozen, and I cannot close it. I cannot open any other windows. I am literally the only thing that's working right now is Skype, and that's
And
Yeah,
that's just because the instance was already
wow.
running when everything crashed.
Yeah, ain't broke is a quality in software that I think is grossly underappreciated sometimes.
Well, that's because a lot of us are from the age where that, like, not being broken was a basic expectation and prerequisite. It's not a thing to aspire to.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, bare minimum standard. Your product works,
Very cool. Okay. Well, guys, I'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Take care, everybody.